Hi, welcome. Welcome back again. This is gonna be like quick, unscripted, like all of these are. But you might notice, first things first, I did move my camera, so I think this angle's like a little bit better. I wanted this for like when I'm streaming, like I think I look a little bit better, like almost eye level instead of like you looking down on me like I'm some sort of freak, which, but yeah, I don't know. I feel like I just look like super angry because my face is like tilted down. Whereas like I don't want to be angry. I don't want to. But, um, yeah. Sorry, I'm trying to be like a little quiet to my roots or. Yeah. So sorry, I'm trying to be like a little bit quiet here because it is currently 1 a.m. and I wasn't talking at all before this, so we try to keep this short. Um, so hopefully I don't piss off my roommate because I think they have to get up for work tomorrow morning. But I am lucky I do not work tomorrow, so I'll probably be streaming. Um, but with that out of the way, right? Oh, sorry, I almost forgot what this topic was, but it. As you can see, I do have like a bit of beard right now. And I know I don't really have like a lot of videos yet, but I think it's pretty clear like I don't like my beard. I hate any facial hair on me. I'm not, obviously I hate my facial hair, but I just like, some people pull it off, but for the most part I just think it's kind of like, I think it's kind of weird. um oh, also I think I got a new haircut. I think this will be like the first one with this. So but yeah, obviously I haven't shaved in like a couple days. I was going to tonight, but I'm like, I'll just wait for tomorrow. My skin kind of hates me, right? So that's where we're leading into. My skin hates me. I started shaving like every day this past couple weeks. This past week, just to try to see like if my skin's gotten like a little bit better. And I think it did. Like my skin's not like screaming at me anymore like it used to. But yeah, it's, I had to do like every other day, every like third day sometimes, just because like every time I shaved, just my face would get so irritated and it wouldn't get as close. Like it'd be a closer shave the longer I wait between shaves. And I know that's really hard for some people like me, who are struggling with their facial hair and all that jazz. But so I hear you, I feel you, I'm right there with you. But so shaving's just not for me. Even when I do shave, like it's very apparent. And I'm looking into getting like laser hair removal for my face as well as, I shave like the rest of my body because I'm like autistic. I just like hate any body hair on me at all. So the more you know, right? But I'm mostly looking into getting laser for like my face. So I was like talking to someone trying to get a quote, and then she gave me like a few different like package options. And getting laser is expensive. I knew this going into it that it was like obviously gonna be like quite a bit of cost, but I didn't think it was gonna be like this much. So the packages I was kind of looking at were like, I forget completely, but I think it just did like the legs, underarms, as well as like the neck and the face, which is like what I wanted. But legs would be really nice. My legs hate me when I shave too, and I did the, like my arms I don't care about too much, but like if my legs have hair at all, like I freak out. I can't deal with it. Same underarms, like armpit hair is just like, it's not for me, right? Some people, all power to you, all power to you if like that's your thing, but armpit hair is just not for me. So that plan is like really appealing to me. That plan is $4,300. Do I look like I have $4,300? No. I can tell you right now, I do not have $4,300. So I don't really know. But so they do offer payment plans, which like I hate payment plans. Like I buy all my junk cars that you'll see on this channel eventually, but all my cars are like kind of, they're little pieces of crap, right? But I love them. I own them in full, right? Like I'm not paying the bank every month or whatever for the privilege of keeping my car. Like no, I just have it. I just own it. I don't have a car payment. Instead, I just have to pay like way more maintenance for it than the car payment probably would have ended up being. But that's besides the point. So I'm not super into monthly payments, but I'm also super not into my facial hair, and I just want it gone like immediately as fast as I can, especially this laser. Like I think you see results pretty quickly, but it's not gonna be like like you would notice it, but it's not like it's all just gonna disappear at once. Like it takes like quite a few sessions for it to become like skin color, like so that you wouldn't see it at all, and it would like stop kind of growing at all. At least for like a period, right? Like laser's not permanent, but it's like semi-permanent. Like some people it does last a very long time. Other people, if it works, it'll only last for like a year, a few years after stopping treatments. But either way, right, like I just want my hair gone. So I'm looking at these payment plans, and from as far as I can tell, right, like there's no interest on them, which I'm assuming most people just end up going with like payment plans anyways, because there's no way. I mean, I am very broke, right? But I'm like for sure, like having just 4,000 to just like spend on a whim is like, that's kind of absurd, right? Like maybe I need to get my finances in order. I almost reached for my Coke, but I want to drink on camera for you today, right? I'll do that at the end. But yeah, like just having that kind of money is like absurd to me. And at one point I should have just gotten it done at this point, but I was like so proud that I had that little like 10K set aside, and then I burned through all of it. But we're in a rough time right now, right? I just moved out. I have a roommate, but I'm like in my own kind of thing, and I just had a lot of expenses come up, and it's just kind of rough, but we're hanging in there. But yeah, going back to the payment plan, so it's like almost $200 a month, and I'm barely scraping by with rent and all my other bills and stuff right now. So adding another $200 to that was kind of like, and I was floating around getting the idea of it, like with the idea of getting a second job, which I used to work 2 jobs. I used to do like 70-hour weeks. That was nice, it felt good, like making like not a crazy amount, but like a substantial amount of money. Like I was never really kind of like worried when I was in terms of like financially, but I was working 70 hours a week. That's insane. Nobody should be working that much, like, especially as like I was like 19, 20. And I just feel like a lot of my social life and stuff was just like stolen from me, because I wake up, I go to work, I get like an hour break where I'm just go straight to my other job, and then or change at my first job, go straight to my other job and then just like chill there until like my shift starts, and then I'm there till like 10 o'clock, and then I gotta go home and I go sleep, all just to like get back to the first job at like 7 a.m. all over again. And it was rough, but the money was nice. All right, so I'm floating around getting like a second job, just maybe just for a little bit, but just to kind of like help me get that buffer back again. I think that'd be very helpful. And if I did get a second job, like I think for sure I'd be able to like afford the monthly payment just fine. But where I really wanted to like go with this is, so if you know anyone that's like unemployed, right, that they're not living on like unemployment, but they have like mysterious random side hustles, right? So I have a friend who's kind of like this, and he is, among other things, he's a big advocate for like selling your plasma, and the money, like, it's nice, but I was never really like enticed to it, because it's like, I think it's a pretty good amount for like your first month, at least like through the company he uses or whatever, the one I'd probably be going to as well. Like it's a pretty cool like 1 month bonus, but after that the pay drops like substantially. So I think he ends up getting like $500 a month or something, but he has to go like twice every week. So you get like 50 the first day you come in, and then like 80 the second day you come in that week. So that's how they try to like get you on like 2 a week for sure. And I feel like that's a lot of effort, having to schedule 2 days every week to go for them to just like steal your blood. And that feels like so dystopian to me, that like I, as well as like probably many other young adults or just young people in general, are kind of like looking at that as like an option just to like survive and like get by. Like that's kind of crazy to me. The times we live in, I guess. So, and that amount of money, like it could be nice, but I feel like it was always kind of like just the trouble wasn't really worth it. I'm also terrified of needles, right? So I have to get my blood drawn for like labs for hormones, and every time I do that, it's probably like the smallest needle known to man, but I'm just like absolutely terrified every time, and I hate doing it. It's awful, and they only take like a little itty bitty amount of blood, and it's still awful, and I hate it. And then you talk about BioLife, I just name drop. I'm sure it's fine. And you're talking about like these plasma companies, and it's just they stick you with some fat needle. They have like a nurse who's like, they're trained. I'm sure they're caring a little, but like hear a lot of horror stories where maybe they're not carrying a bunch, and your arm starts to go purple. My friend has had this happen to him, where like his arm started going purple, and he just like shrugs it off. He's like, no, like you're perfectly fine, like that would never happen to you. And it's like, why did it happen to you? But so I've just been like freaked out, but it's getting to the point where like I kind of need the money, and I might do it, but yeah, so I'm probably gonna end up signing up for it. And I just thought that's just such a crazy thought, that I would literally be like selling my blood to get my beard removed, which is like, that's kind of metal. That's pretty cool. I think that's fun. The only thing kind of stopping me is because of the hormones I'm on. I'm not really sure if I can donate plasma because I don't know how much blood they actually take every time. But I'm assuming, if I'm taking meds to control and alter my hormones essentially, it's dosed to how much blood I have in the body because like that's just like what we've been working on with like my doctor and I in terms of like my dosage, right? Because it's like deeply personal because everyone's a little different. But so if I take my meds, I give like a few liters of blood or like whatever it is. I'm sure proportionally, right? Like the remaining blood and then the hormones I have left would like be fine. But when I get more blood, sorry, I'm not a biologist, right? But like, and then when I eventually get that blood back, I don't naturally produce those hormones in those quantities. So would it be like my levels would probably be off because this percentage of my body now is like the cis levels, whereas like the other half are the medicated, like the correct levels. And that kind of feels like a nightmare because maybe it's only for like a little temporary bit of time, which like maybe if it was like once a month, like sure, it's not a big deal. But the fact I'm having to go like twice a week or like 8 times a month, like that's kind of crazy to me. Like it's almost like a third of the month I would be spending with like the hormones not where I want them. And that feels like a nightmare. But on the other hand, if I like give blood and then take my daily meds or whatever, are the levels too high until I make the rest of the blood because it'd be like a higher concentration, or does it like not talk like that? I'm not sure. I'm sure I could Google this. I'm sure I could ask the doctor about it. It's probably fine. I'm probably overthinking it. But yeah, I just want to do like a quick update for you guys. I don't really encourage this, especially because I don't, just preface there, like I don't really know if it's like actually safe or like good or not to do if you are taking hormones. But if you're like me and you hate your facial hair but you just kind of feel like you can't really afford laser at the moment, that is an option. You can trade your blood for hair removal, which is a horrendous and beautiful thing. Welcome to the 21st century, I guess. But so wish me luck. Maybe I'll research. So I have tomorrow off, right? I think I already said that. Maybe I'll research it a little bit and I'll go tomorrow if it's safe, and I will come back with story time, and hopefully all will be well and I will not have gone crazy after like donating all of my blood, or they stole all of my blood, and then it'd be like that. Was it Victorious? They like stole the blood bags or something, but then they like popped and then they like needed someone else to donate their blood to. I think that was Victorious. But yeah, so I'll try to check in with like a little update. So wish me luck there, but I could probably start laser if I do get that little just that little payday. So that would be very cool. If you've made it this far in the video, thank you for watching. I know I've just been kind of like yapping this whole time, but I'm trying to be like a little bit more animated. Like it feels like a lot more like personal. Like I don't know. Like I feel like I've been able to like actually talk to you this time, whereas like some of my other videos like I always feel so like anxious, and it's like really hard for me to just like express who I am, and like I feel like a robot. I don't want to feel like a robot. but I don't feel like a robot right now, so that's good. Unless you are a robot, no offense, man, but beep bop beep bop your mother, right? I hate you. I hate robots. Um, except some robots. Wally would be chill. If I met Wally, I'd probably give him like an Air 5. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope you have a great day and you find a $10 bill on the ground. Not 20. I'm not that nice. But I hope you find a $10 bill on the ground sometime this week. Have a good one.